What's up, everybody? It's your boy Sparky CJ here, back again with another story from my past. Today's video is a little incident, or could I say, this girl that was, I could say, infatuated with me when I was in ninth grade all the way to 12th grade. It was like this whole high school. It happened, for all 4 years because because before high school I was originally living on the north side. I ain't got time. You guys ain't know my address all that, but I was living on the north side, and then I moved over to the south side, and I started riding the bus. Within that first week of me riding the bus, I've been to the school. I just moved to a different location. You know what I'm saying? It didn't change like I was like I was at a different school, and then when I moved, no, I was still I think I was still going to high school. Actually, was I? Actually, I think to be completely honest, I think when I moved over to the south side, it was ninth grade, but I don't think I was already going to high school at that. I think I moved. Yeah, I think I moved during the summer. I think I can't. I don't know for sure, but I'm getting a little off track about subject. But back into the story. The first week of that, the first week living over there, going riding the bus, all that good stuff. Everything's good. You ride the bus in the morning and you ride in the afternoon. I want to say within about 2 days, within 2 days, it started. Oh man, but okay, here it is. You're on the bus. You got left side, right side. Obviously, we all know that. I'm sitting on the left side. I think I'm like 3 seats. Yeah, I'm 3 seats from the front of the bus, and my friend was sitting directly in front of me, 2 seats in front, and there was 1 empty seat. And this girl that this whole story is around about. She was on the left side. I couldn't directly see her if I'm looking straight, but you know how if I turn my head a tad bit, I could see her from my peripheral. But yeah, I think she was sitting directly across from my friend, and so he says so it's like they're like 2 seats from the front, and I'm 3 seats from the back, and so she's directly 2 seats. She's like directly right there, and I'm right by my friend. So like she's like that diagonal right there. And so, I'm just chilling mind my own business. I ain't worried about nothing, sun in my face. But that's besides the point. The girl give my friend a note. And see, when I saw her, I think for a split second I saw her. And so, when the note was given to my friend to give to me, I already knew it. Cause I think for any guy, like, if I was just sitting there chilling, and then your friend or someone would have like, hey man, here's a note, and so thank you. I would have took it without knowing who it came from. But in this case, I knew exactly where it came from. I was like, nope, I am good. And you might say, well, so was she attracted type thing? For me, I wasn't attracted to her, but I was not. Here it is. As I was talking a little too fast. I was not attracted to her, but I was not that rude. I was not that type of guy that was like, you know what, leave me alone type of thing. Being a little rude about it. I was like, I'm good. I was like, that's it. I was like, so I didn't take, no, hindsight right now, I was like, you know what, let me take the note and see what she said, but I was like, no, I'm good, I'm not going to take it. And my friend was like, he won't take the note, and like, all of a sudden, she could see me not want to take the note, you're going to tell her that, she'll like, he don't want to take the note, I'm like, and I'm just chilling, I'm like, no, I'm good, you know what I'm saying? And so, she gets off the bus, and right before, the little steps before, get off the bus, right before she got off the bus, right before she got off the bus, she gave me that look, and it's like, I'm looking straight. I'm just looking straight, you know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling, looking straight, looking around. But right before she got off the bus, she got a hood on and stuff. So it looked kind of creepy a little bit. She gave me that look, and then off the bus. And you might say, what type of look you talking about, Corey? No, man, it's like, not saying she was crazy, but it's like you got a girl that likes you. It's like first time she's seeing me. Because the first time we riding the bus, but I want to say it was like 2 days or so within that week. Okay, it started that first week. And so it was kind of like instantly for her, it's like, I like this guy, you know what I'm saying? And so she get on the bus, kind of like giving that look. And then I think when she got off the bus, I think she was walking towards the window. So she had one more good look at me again. I look up, and you might say, was she smiling? No, it wasn't smiling. It was kind of like just, not even like mad or even happy. It was kind of look. And I'm like, oh man, she did it a couple of times. So I think she did like 2 times, and then the third time she was like, just got off the bus. It was kind of it was freaky to me. Like for me, at that moment, I did not know she liked me. But as we progressed, and as I progressed, went to the next grade, I started feeling like, oh yeah, this girl likes me. So that's kind of what happened in ninth grade. The whole kind of like, looking at me type of thing. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say, then you kind of you want to. Now, I don't know if it's like directly at the 10th grade. I don't know what I'm talking about. But it continues to a point where now, I'm still continuing to ride the bus, obviously, because I rode that bus all the way to 12th grade, and, until I got done with high school. Well, no, all the way to 12th grade until I moved back to the north side, and I walked to school for the rest of the year. But I'm just, besides the point once again. And so it continues to now, it continues to the point where I get on the bus, but I get on the bus early, and this is going home. Get on the bus, and then she gets on the bus. It started to the point where, like, she would sit directly across from me. So I'm right here. She's right there. And the way she was sitting, she sat here. You don't sit like this. She sat where her knees she was angled. And so what I learned is that if a girl likes you in some kind of hindsight, instead of her sitting straight, she sat at an angle pointing directly at me. Pointing not directly like bam, but she was at an angle, so it's like her body was to the point that, for me, you might say, oh, she was like sitting like that. I was thinking something a little bit different, that she was actually, she gave her a gate, because here it is, like, for her sitting across from me and I'm looking straight, I don't see her looking at me, but I feel that it gives her the opportunity to look at me without me actually knowing. But now it kind of like it went a little bit further to the point where, like, she was like, you know what, Corey, let me sit with you. And I was like, okay, you can sit with me. Let me get up. She wanted to sit by the window. She didn't want to sit by the on the edge by the aisle, because it would be 100% weird if she was sitting on the aisle and wanted to look at me. That would be 100% weird. But her sitting by the window gave her a chance to look at me and not be kind of like, anyone looking at her. Everybody seeing like, girl, why are you looking at him like that? You know what I'm saying? Kind of put her on blast. And so by her sitting by the window, and again, she did the same thing. Instead of sitting straight, everybody sits straight on the bus. In this case, again, she sits by the window and angles and sits at an angle, so her back is like right there, that little crease right there by the little window. Well, actually, that little gap, that window, and by the seat, the seat, the seat. She sits at that angle just so she can get a look at me without me looking at her. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she's a cool girl, but it started kind of like, for me, it's like I was stingy because I didn't want anyone to sit with me, because it's not like if a girl wants to sit with you, you were like, oh, you don't want to sit with me. For me, it's like you had some of the same people that always want to sit with me, and I was like, girl, leave me alone. Sit over there. Don't sit with me. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, it was any other girl like, oh, sure, you can sit with me. But it got to the point, like, I literally started telling her, like, sit over there. Don't sit with me. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, it kind of continued a little bit. For like, it was another time where I think it was like that day at school. Actually, I don't know exactly what day. You guys don't. I don't know what I'm saying that. But it was a particular day at school where I think one of my friends knew how to, like, my friends were like, actually, you give them a sentence, and my friend will write that sentence backwards. And so I started doing that. Like, I was like, let me try to write some words backwards. So I got on the bus that afternoon, and then I was like, she handed me a note. And I was like, okay, let me try to write this backwards. I was writing, and I stopped at like 3 letters. I was like, wait a minute. I read it all the way. Like, oh, never mind. Here you go. Basically, that note was kind of like she was selling herself. Like, she was like, oh, I'm this, and that. That type of thing. Kind of telling you that, like me. Say, like me. I got this, I got that. That type of stuff. And I was like, when I read it, I was writing. I was like, wait a minute. No, I'm good. Here, you can have that. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But that's really it. No, actually, no, it's not it. I think around 11th grade or so. Yeah, 11th grade. She always like, it was like here and there. She was like, hey, Corey, let's hang out type of thing. I was like, no, I don't want to hang out. I'm good. Then she found me on Facebook, and then she was messaging me, and it's like eventually I responded back to her, and then kind of telling her, she was down on herself, saying that, oh, you don't like me because you think I'm ugly type of stuff. And for me, I was like, no, it's not that. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it's like I was not being completely direct, but I was being my own way of just kind of letting her down easy, not like being rude, because it's kind of like the same thing with me. It's like, not a lot of girls like me, and I ain't got a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Because there are girls that are attracted to you. For me, I wasn't attracted to her, and that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? And kind of me letting her down easy, and there you go. And I think after that, she stopped hitting me up on Facebook. And then I think it continued what we was cause my bad. That was around 10th grade, and still 11th grade and 12th grade. That's where she started sitting. She started wanting to sit with me and stuff like that. And then eventually it kind of stopped, and that was it. So I mean, just the whole experience was crazy. But I mean, obviously, eventually, you kind of picked up kind of like, oh, this girl likes me, especially when it's like a little more direct, like, oh, she likes me. If it's to a note, or just kind of like, she's saying it, or just kind of little hints of body language. But I mean, other than that, again, she was a cool girl. She's cool, but hey, it wasn't meant to be. So that was it. This is one of my longest stories. Legit, this is actually one of my longest stories, closing into 11 minutes. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a comment because I love talking to you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and to catch you guys later. Deuces.